Okay, almost ready. Is it gonna work today? Well, while we try to figure that out, let's start some music, shall we? Starting with where we left off yesterday. Rihanna, Ponder Replay. Everybody get down and you feel me. Put your hands up to the ceiling. If you feel me, put your hands up to the ceiling. Okay, this took way too long to set up this morning. I'm super behind. So we got to get going. We can't be messing around anymore. So today is leg day. Let's check to make sure the levels are working. It looks like they are. All right, let's do it. I will discuss what's happening as we do it. Leg day, we've got 6 exercises, all leg related, 8 rounds of each because I am behind on my time and because I forgot to move the camera to here. We're probably going to do 6 rounds, 6 sets for each one. This is a heart rate related workout, meaning we are not going for max gains. We are not going for strength training. We are going for getting our heart rate up and then staying up. Oh my goodness. First set's always pretty difficult. I should have done warm-up weight, but I'm just kind of diving right into it instead. Oh, we got to get 45 seconds is our rest time in order to get the heart rate up and for it to stay up. My music's a little loud too. Let's turn it down. Okay. It's already working. Point is get the heart rate up. Have it stay consistently high, get in a fat burning mode, but to not use necessarily traditional cardio exercises like jump roping and treadmilling, but to use weightlifting as our method. And so we do 8 rounds, or 8 sets, I should say, of each exercise. So we're using a lighter weight, and our time under I've already got to take this off. Our time under pressure or under resistance happens more often because we have less rest time. I really don't like leg day, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably my least favorite of the days, except for maybe core. I'm really bad at core. I don't like doing it. That's probably why I have a dad gut, because I don't ever do core. All right, time's up, let's go. Here we go, back over to the barbell back squat. I have this little pad on here because I don't enjoy how it feels to have that bar on my shoulders without the weight distributed a little bit. So we'll do back squats followed by barbell RDL. And RDL is a Romanian deadlift. And oh, I love this song. Even though when you listen to the lyrics, so sorry, this is Pumped Up Kicks by Foster the People. Listen to the lyrics. Lyrics are kind of dark. But it's a fun tune. 45 seconds. Not a long time. Not enough time. Let's go. Switch camera. I won't tell you his plan. Got a rolled cigarette. I also have I've got a issue with throwing my back out. I do it rather easily. There's a couple exercises in particular will do it to me. Back squats being one of them, especially super heavy weight when I'm trying to like go after it, twing, or go my back. And anytime that I'm bending over with weight, either by doing rows or by doing Romanian deadlifts. So I tend to go lighter on those weights. I don't quite build up the strength that I should, but I keep myself, well, that's time. I keep myself from throwing my back out, because you throw your back out, you herniate a disc, bulge a disc. Man, that stuff, number one, once you do it, like spraining an ankle or something, it becomes much easier for it to happen again in the future. 1 second. Anyhow, so I try really hard not to throw my back out, because once you do, recovery time for that is you're done for a couple weeks. Okay, so this next one's gonna be round 6, usually, or set 6. Usually I would do 8, but I'm just behind this morning, and I have to be done at a very specific time every morning in order to help kids get ready for school, and I can't miss that. No workout's more important than helping kids. Really helping my wife. She's the one who gets the kids ready. So I'm gonna put down here, oh, that's our time. I forgot to do something, which is whenever I'm doing my last set, I will write down the weight that I'm going to do the next time I do this exercise, which is usually a week later. And I will, if I haven't failed, 1 second. Now we got to bring the bar up over our heads, because we're going to do RDLs next. All right, what was I saying? Was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, wait. I will, I'll make sure that I write down a weight for next week. And if I haven't failed during this week's exercise, then I have to increase the weight for next week. If I failed, then it depends on where I failed. If I failed at set number, at least this case, set number 6, 7, or 8, then I'll do that weight again. If I failed at 3, 4, or 5, then I'll lower the weight. I had too much weight. Shouldn't be failing. If you're doing 8 sets, shouldn't be failing right at the very beginning. Now, 8 sets is a very, very uncommon number of sets to do for a workout. But again, I'm going for heart rate, not for strength. There's our timer. By the way, our current song, Jimmy Eat World. Jimmy Eat World? Is that right? Yeah. The middle. It just takes some time. Little girl, you're in the middle of the ride. Oh, I didn't. See, here I am. I'm still over here because I didn't change the weight. I have to add weight for next week. Okay. Now I'm good to go. Here we go. Barbell RDL. This one is a very specific form. If you're not familiar with doing Romanian deadlift, it is not the same as a typical deadlift, right? So you're going to keep your legs straight. You're going to bend your knees a little bit, but you're not going to go down on your knees. You're going to bring your bar down to about your shins, and you're going to pull back up. You're going to stick your butt out, but you're going to keep the bar really close to your legs all the way down. Just a slight bend in the legs. That was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, geez. Watch it, Dave. Man, I'm all over the place. Okay. Hopefully, I couldn't tell if I was in a position that you could see what was happening there, but like I said, Romanian deadlifts, normal deadlifts, you're going into a squatted position and then standing straight up, then back into a squatted position, and you're really working your quads and your glutes. Well, you're working everything. A regular deadlift is almost a full body workout. Romanian deadlift is much, much, much more concentrated on the hamstrings and the glutes. Will Smith. Will Smith. Guess which one, though? Getting jiggy with it, and that's what it is. Na 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 na. Getting jiggy with it. Thank you, Mr. Smith. Although I think Will's poor career has taken a little bit of a turn since he slapped poor Chris Rock across the face. What was that, a couple years ago? Okay. Ooh, we're getting close to the favorite part of workout for me. Clothing change, not change, additional clothing, which makes me look good. An additional article of clothing that really highlights all this. Okay, that was round 2, right? Okay. After round 3, we'll add an article of clothing. Man, it's important to have something to motivate you while you're working out, to feel good about your workout. For me, music. I gotta have music. And I gotta have like moving music, something with a beat. Some people like working out with like super hardcore energy. And what I mean by that is, I'm gonna move this just a little bit, I'm not sure you're getting, is I used to, when I very first started working out, I'd never, ever, my whole life, really exercised before. One sec. I didn't do sports growing up or in high school. I was in choir and I was in theater. And so somewhere around 30 years old, I recognized that my body was already starting to decay a little bit, starting to be difficult to do things. I was tired, had no energy, certainly had no strength. And my wife's uncle said, come to CrossFit. Oh, shoot. Time out. You need to be listening to this right now. Gangsta's Paradise. Holy crap. Coolio. This is what it's about. Turn this on right now. If you don't have it, switch whatever song you're on. Get on this. This'll give you some motivation. If it doesn't, then you're, where did I wear my gloves? Oh, they're there. I gotta turn this up, man. Hold on. Where's my volume? I'm taking too much time, but man. Been spending most our life living in a gangster's paradise. Ooh. Boy, I can't even like tell you a story because I just gotta feel the music. I don't have an idea what he's saying. No idea. But it's good. Well, Everton 24. Why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt, you and me? Let's go. Been spending most our lives been in a gangster's paradise. Here we go. Spending most our lives in a gangster's paradise. Hour after hour. All right, that was set 5. I'm gonna go to set 6 again. I'm cutting this a little short because I've got to make sure I get through most of it before it's time to help get kids ready for school. So what I was saying was, I'd never worked out before. Wasn't on any school sports, team, weightlifting, anything like that. And my wife's uncle said, hey, come to CrossFit, because he was a CrossFit instructor. And this dude is big. He did bodybuilding competitions, and he did CrossFit as just a way to maintain in his off seasons. And then when he was actually working towards whatever his next goal was, he didn't do CrossFit, he did hardcore weightlifting, right? Anyway, so he said, come do CrossFit. And I was like, sure, I'll come do CrossFit. Story continues in a moment. Oh. So, I could do CrossFit and I was really bad at it. Well, I won't say bad, I was mediocre at CrossFit at best. But I ended up doing it for like 5 or 6 years. Because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know of any other, I didn't know about traditional weightlifting or how to do it. Although CrossFit taught me a ton about the Olympic moves, right? About your snatches and your jerks and your cleans. Hit that button there. And so I was very grateful for what it taught me. But in CrossFit, oh, by the way, I forgot to do this. Next time, I'll do it next time. Let's see, do enough there. Come over here. Next is walking lunges. So again, we're doing reps of 8, sets of 8, even though I've only done sets of 6 so far. Somewhere along here, when I realize I've got enough time, I'll go back to sets of 8. But when it comes to things that you're doing on one side of your body, you have to do 8 on each side. So walking lunges, we're doing 8 on the right, 8 on the left. Alternating. There's our timer. We're going to switch to this camera. It won't be the best. I'll probably fall out of frame a couple of times, but I don't have a whole lot of room to walk. So we're going to give this a shot. Ready? Walking lunges. All right, 45 seconds. And I need to go put that bar away because it's in my way. I could walk a little further if that wasn't there. So let's move it. Time out, that's in the way. Oh, by the way, the song we're listening to is a terrible workout song. Oh, I mean, the whole point of that story of CrossFit is for 5 to 6 years, I went to the same CrossFit gym, same box, they call it. And the guy who owned it, one of my favorite people in the world, love him to death, Bobby. He taught me a ton, and he was really and truly a good friend. He still is. Actually, it's funny, he lives like 4 doors down from me to right now, 3. We moved a few times to Texas and then back here. And somehow we ended up being neighbors. I don't even know what number I'm on. And my lunges are all cattywampus. Sure, let's say that's 8. I don't know. Anyway, Bobby is his name. Bobby loves metal, heavy metal music. At least what I would call heavy metal music. By the way, it's time. Oh yeah. That's when you know it's good. When you have to put on the headband in order to stop yourself from. That's all. I can't look at that because I think of it as a mirror. Okay, there we go. I don't like sweat in my face. So I put this on. Not to look like a douchebag. To keep the sweat out of my face. What round was that? Was that only on our second round? Is that really only on our second round of that? Sure. So this is round. Okay, I can't do this song either. Hold on. Okay, sure. The Cardigans. The song I think was made famous from the Romeo and Juliet movie that came out in the early 90s. Is that when it came out? Was the early 90s? Love Fool. One, two, three, four, five, 8, 8. Love me, say that you love me, fool me, go on and fool me. Anyway, so Bobby and CrossFit, it was let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor. That kind of music every day. And some of it actually started to be a little catchy to me. I was like, let the bodies hit the floor. But it didn't motivate me. Like, I'm trying to think of what kind of music motivates me the most. Just stuff I'm familiar with from growing up in the 80s and 90s. But particularly, oh, hold on. That's time. Coming. Particularly now, because my wife is 5 years younger than me, music of the 90s for her was much more prominent than it was for me. Because the 80s music was mostly prominent for me. Especially hip hop. 2, 3, 4. So we've been married for over 20 years now. And so I've listened to a lot of 90s hip hop. And I tell you what, it is awesome. I really, really like 90s hip hop now because I missed it all. I missed Dre and Snoop and Tupac and Biggie. But I didn't listen to it. And so now it's like the new music for me. And when hip hop comes on, 90s hip hop comes on while I'm working out, that's my jam. That's the good stuff. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more rounds of this. How are we doing on time? And then I think the last 3 sets of exercises, we will do all 8 rounds. Okay. This isn't really workout music, this next one. Wait, oh shoot, wrong camera. Sorry about that. Beautiful girls. I think this is Sean Kingston, is that who it is? Again, not a super upbeat song, but I'll keep it. Last forever. So let's continue the Dave workout story. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, it's going. Okay. This will be our last one. So at one point in time, we moved to Texas. So I learned all about Olympic lifting and CrossFit and other stuff. But then we moved to Texas, and I went to go find a CrossFit gym. I went to the gym one day, and boy, I changed my mind about CrossFit real quick in Texas because the humidity. Oh my gosh, it was like 4:30 in the morning or something, right? So it should be as cool as you're gonna get. And they had lots of fans, but that humidity, oh my gosh, I was done. I was so zapped. I was like, this isn't not only is it not fun, I'm gonna have a medical condition. Now, if this gym had had air conditioning, it may have been different. And maybe there was a CrossFit gym there where we were living in Texas that did. This one did not, and I was not interested in trying any other ones. Oh, okay, hold on, we gotta get set up. We gotta get set up for leg extensions. Let's see, is that a decent, we'll go right there. Leg extensions is next. Anyhow, I decided right then and there that I wanted to keep working out because I enjoyed getting up and exercising in the mornings, but I needed to find a new way to do it. And so I just went to like a regular old gym. It was a local gym, locally owned. But I had never used, oh, our timer went off. It's gonna have to wait a second. We're gonna finish getting this ready. I had never used traditional weightlifting gym equipment except for the stuff I did at CrossFit, and all of that stuff was nothing but barbells. Mostly, well, barbells and kettlebells. But I had never done machine work or cable work. All right. Okay, I think we can start. You guys see me there? Leg extensions. 8 rounds of 8. There you go. First you gotta know the music. Dang it, start the time. Music, classic. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Blink 182. So, I went to this gym and was like, I want to go to the gym, but I don't know what I'm doing. And they said, hey, we got a plan. We'll have a trainer come meet you every morning for a little while. I was like, awesome. I mean, I literally didn't understand. He wrote down a bunch of stuff. He made a plan for me. And he said, do this, do this, do this. And I would read what it asked me to do, and I'd go, I don't even know what that means. Like, sitting cable rows, right? That seems like it'd make sense and it would be obvious. But for somebody who's never worked out before, you go, okay, well, I obviously have to be sitting to do this. And obviously there's gonna be a cable involved. But am I like rowing a boat here? Or what am I doing? So for the next 2 years, I learned about every single possible exercise there was to do on a machine or with free weights. And also learned a lot about how much weight you should do based off of the number of reps you're doing, based off of what your goal is. And then we moved, and COVID hit. Ooh, that ruined everything because there was no gyms available, right? Couldn't go to the gym anymore. That sucks. What do I do now? So I bought a single set of dumbbells. That was it. In fact, those dumbbells are still my primary dumbbells I use right now. Hey, what happened to my camera? There it went. Wait, I don't need those. Hold on. Put those back. I bought a single set of adjustable dumbbells. I should correct myself. and a really cheap bench. Single set of adjustable dumbbells, a really cheap bench. What is going on with my camera? Is that thing having issues over there? By the way, one of the greatest bands of the 90s. Late 80s, early 90s. Listening to now, Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love the Peppers. I grew up in California. That might have something to do with it. Anyway, so my single set of dumbbells, my cheap bench, and then I bought an additional bar that the dumbbells attached to. And between those three things, I figured out a way to do almost every single exercise you can think of. Like I did that day. Okay, it looks like we're working again. Now, it's not ideal to try to do every single exercise you can think of with just a set of dumbbells, a bench, and a bar. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The point is it's possible. And during COVID, that's all I had. And what is going on? Why is it that camera is all kinds of jacked up? I apologize. It keeps going out and I don't know why. What I'll do is I'll jump to my GoPro camera instead. And I'll try to figure out the other one later. I learned a few things by having to work out at home in my living room on the carpet with just a set of dumbbells. And the most important thing I learned is when COVID was over and you were able to go back to the gym, I didn't want to. That'll work instead, right? I'll do that one. Take me all the way. I found that going back to the gym and having to wait for weights or having to deal with people who aren't clean or don't put their stuff away. Oh. 8. Or even just the amount of time it takes to get to the gym and back and what that uses up in your morning. I was like, man, I want to just keep working out at home, but my dumbbells, I'm getting a little bored of the same exercises I'm doing all over and over and over again. So I started looking at equipment. In fact, with my father-in-law, he was like, let's get some equipment together. And I was like, let's do it. And so I ordered this big machine you see behind me here that I work out on. My father-in-law kind of backed out of the deal. He didn't want it, and I was actually okay with that because it meant that I didn't have to share it with anybody, and I had complete ownership of it. And so that is my primary. We can do basically anything you can do in a gym, almost. And a lot of things you can't do in a gym, believe it or not. Let's go back here again. And so now I get to get out of my bed. 8. I get out of bed. I go take about 15 minutes to warm up, do some stretching. Then I just go walk out my garage, and here I am, good to go. Doing my full workout. When I'm done, I just walk right back in the house. Don't have to go out to the car, get to shower at my own home, get to see my family. If you can do that. Now some people both like and need a gym. I get that. There's a social aspect that's motivation. If you don't leave your house and go somewhere, you're not actually going to work out. I totally understand that. But if you're not that kind of person, and I actually don't want the social aspect of the gym. I don't want to see other people. I don't want to interact with other people. A little reclusive that way. if you're that way, then having equipment at home is real nice. And what it all comes down to, oh man, everything's gonna be fine, fine, fine. Gladys Morissette. 3, 4, 5, 8. I can definitely do more weight than that. But again, it's important to realize, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. I never started my workout. Dang it. I should have known that because I should have been looking at my heart rate way before now. I mean, I'm 2/3 of the way through my workout and I didn't start it. And the only reason why I care about that is because I like to be able to see what my heart rate does over the course of time. And I can't do that unless I'm measuring it. And I'm not measuring it. Okay, we're on our very last set of these. And then we're going to jump to lying pronated leg curls. Which means I'm going to be laying on my chest, which means I'm probably going to have to move that somewhere. I'm going to attach it to this and see if it works. It's going to be a really weird look, but I'm going to give it a shot. There's our time. Baby. Oh, you know what? We're going to try this camera one more time and see if it's functioning again for me. I didn't touch it or anything, but oh, there it goes. It's working. But it seems like halfway through this exercise is when it starts messing up. 8. All right, we don't need these anymore. Cool thing about this machine that I own here is how modular it is. You take stuff apart, put it together like Legos to basically create resistance in almost any direction. So like in this case, I was doing leg curls, and now I'm just gonna change a couple of things here, and boom. Sorry, I was doing leg curls. I was doing leg extensions. And now I change a couple of things, and it's going to be leg curls. But the weight, I've got to change the weight. Leonard Skinner, man. Sweet Home Alabama. What a great tune. There's a lot of good music in the world, isn't there? Big wheels keep on turning. Okay, we're gonna go here. Nope, we're gonna go here. And I need to change the weight. It's too much weight. You can do a lot more. Well, at least I can. I can do a lot more on my extensions than I can on my curls. All right, our alarm is going off. Oh, but I forgot. Before we start, I got to change this. Let me see if I can mute it. Let me see if I can mute it for a second. How about that? Is that gonna work? I look like a dork, but sure, maybe that'll work. Let's give it a shot. Maybe this is where I just need to keep the mic all the time. Let's jump back over here. Okay, leg curls. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Whoa, where the skies are so blue. Hey, that worked well for me as far as it not being in my way. Hopefully it wasn't weird for you guys other than how it's making me self-conscious. I've got a big thing on my head. How's your day? Everybody doing okay out there this morning? You got big plans? Is work stressful? Man, work is stressful for me right now. We just, a merger was announced for our company. We're being bought out by another one. And because of my position in the company, I'm not going to lie, teensy bit nervous about what that means for me. Luckily, I have a very, very, very loving and supportive wife who's giving me some good advice, which I will get to after this round. Din doodly doo, boodle down, boodle down, down. Here we go. How about you? Sweet home Alabama. Oh. So I'm in a really interesting situation, which is I've worked for the same company for 17 years, and it's not a company that I would have picked right out of college because my skill set was not such that I would have looked for a job like this. In fact, the only reason why I work where I work is because my wife's parents used to own it. Then it became a publicly traded company. Now it's getting bought out. My degree is in broadcast journalism. And I worked in the news business for a few years. And I got out to work in, it's actually an oil and gas company. And now here I am, approaching 50 years old relatively soon. I turned 49 this year. Let's jump back over here. I already do that? Yeah. Do some more and then we'll talk. Oh, yeah, it's a great song. Little Miss Sunshine, Rihanna, Where You At? Jay-Z and Rihanna, Umbrella. It's a good tune. Dip it, dip it. So here I am, total midlife crisis, going, shoot, what am I going to do? I don't know how to translate the skills that I have acquired in the last 17 years somewhere else. I got 4 kids and a wife. You know, I'm the breadwinner, provider, and suddenly I'm going, shoot, what happens if I get laid off? What am I going to do? And here's the good news. We're not in a depression. There's plenty of jobs available. That's what my wife said. She said, well, where do you want to live? You want to live in Florida? Let's go move to Florida. I said, sweetheart, we can't move to Florida. And he goes, well, why are we going to stay here? Are you going to get a job here? I said, well, maybe not. She said, well, you think it's going to be any more difficult to find a job in Florida than it is here? Where do you want to live? Would you like sunshine and beaches? You want to go live in the mountains? You want to live in the mountains? You want to live by a river? She said, one second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Oh, there we go. She said, look, we live within our means no matter what we do. We're not looking to make it rich and famous. We're just looking to provide for our family and enjoy our lives. And we've got a great life. She says, you'll find a job. It doesn't even matter. You'll find a job. So where do you want to live? And suddenly I feel a little differently about possibly getting laid off. I thought, maybe this will open some doors to something I had never thought of before. Maybe I can look at my life with my family and go, what do we love the most? What do we want to do as a family? Let's go do that. And so I'm kind of optimistic. Let's see what happens. Now that it's raining more than ever, know that we'll still have each other. You can stand under my umbrella. You can stand under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, A, under my umbrella. Ella, Ella, A. Gotta be like Rihanna, just stand under your umbrella. I hope the camera's still working and it's not bugging out like it was earlier. We are, next is going to be, oops, sorry about that. We just finished set 5. So we got 3 more sets, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to move to our last exercise. What time is it? We're doing good? Yeah, we're doing fine. Which is going to be standing calf raises. We're going to do some calves at the very end. And again, the point of this whole workout is to get the heart rate up, elevated, and maintained in a fat-burning level the entire time. I've not done great at that because I skipped some, and the weights aren't quite enough. I need to increase weights next week for sure to make sure that I'm actually 140 to 150. That's time. Let's do it. Oh, baby, it's raining. Come into me. It's starting to hurt a little bit though, not gonna lie. Come into me, it's raining. Oh baby, it's raining. Okay. All right, next song. What's our next song? Oh yeah. Man, love me some Alicia Keys. She's so talented. She's so talented. She stands up, plays the piano, and belts out at the same time, and just. But this particular song may not be a workout song. Which one is it? Oh, some people think. Some people want it all, and some people want everything. Oh, but this one, Earth, Wind, and Fire, man, it's going down. The boogie down, down and going down. This is a workout song. Let's groove tonight. It's all right, all right. I think we only have one left. We do. One left of this set. And then we move on. Next week we gotta do more weight than we did this week though. Let's go. Here we go. All right. On the side. I'm not gonna lie, this has worked pretty well. It stayed completely out of the way. Maybe I mean, it is dorky looking as all get out, but according to my levels, it looks like it's working pretty well. As long as it's not like rubbing up against anything and you're hearing, as long as you're not hearing Donald Duck up here, maybe it's just fine. Time's up. All right, all right. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Oh, my lower back actually on that one is starting to hurt a little bit. So I'm glad we're done there. Now I got to tear this thing down and put the calf raises together. It's all right. Apologize, you probably can't see what's happening over here for a second. That's okay, you don't really need to see it. I just need to be sure it's set up right. Yep. And I'll put some weight on. Okay. Here we go. Oh, guess what? We can boogie on down. Down, a boogie on down. Yeah. Okay. Standing calf raises. You could do this just holding dumbbells to your side. You could literally do it just standing on the floor. But you got a plate or two you can step up on. Actually, you want to have them separate from each other, each foot on a plate or two, as long as they don't slide around. Hinge there, have your toes on it, have your heels drop to the floor, come up. We'll do the same kind of thing. So let's head over to this side here and do some calf raises. We're gonna bring our timer over to this side though. In fact, we'll probably bring a bunch of stuff over here in a second. Oh, I didn't put the rest of the weight on. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. All right, I step up on these things instead of on a plate. Get my shoulders underneath here, pop it up. Ooh, that feels heavier than I was anticipating it would. Let's see if we make it through all 8 rounds at that weight. I'm definitely going to need to bring my my tracking information over. Probably my drink too, because it's important that you track your numbers. Every single thing you do. You won't improve, and there's way too much information. You won't improve unless you're increasing your weight. You're seeing what you did. You're seeing where you failed, and you're getting better at it. And there's way too much information to try to remember over the weeks. So you've got to write it down. Got to write it down. So you can come back to it and say, hey, what did I do last time I did this exercise? Well, shoot, I better do that again or better. Oh man. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to stink a little bit. I'm a little ripe today. It's funny, certain you can still see me over there, we're still working certain shirts or shorts. By the way, I wore my cute purpley shorts today. After I've worn them for months and months and months, obviously washing them in between. I'm just saying, they start to maintain some of my sweaty workout odor. Even when they're completely washed, I'll put them on and they'll smell fine when I put them on. And as soon as I start working out, it's like it unlocks some disgusting smell that's just been woven in to the fabric. And that's why I know I just gotta toss that shirt. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth smelling like a disgustoid. Goo Goo Dolls, Goo Goo Dolls. So why don't you slide? Why don't you slide? Just go ahead, do it. Yeah. Oh, I still got weights to put away. So again, today's been leg day. Tomorrow, we'll go back to chest, shoulder, and triceps. Because this particular workout that we're doing right now, at least this week, which we will do every other week for the next, I don't know, a couple months, This workout is a 6-day workout. We do chest, shoulders, triceps, back, biceps, legs, and then we repeat that. Different exercises, but Monday, the muscles we work out on Monday are the same ones we work out on Thursday. Same with Tuesday to Friday and Wednesday to Saturday. Now my problem is, one second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My problem is I can get up any day of the week that's a work day. It's not difficult for me to, on the days that I've got to go to work, that the kids got to go to school, it's not difficult for me to wake up an hour and a half to 2 hours earlier and do this kind of stuff. But Saturday, when the kids can sleep in and I can sleep in, I don't set my alarm for 4:30 in the morning on Saturdays. I just say, hey, I'm going to wake up when I wake up. The only problem is that means I don't wake up until 6:30 or 7. And then I lay there for a while because I'm like, oh, this is so comfortable. And I don't ever get to just lay here and be comfortable. And then by the time I'm actually starting to really get up, it's getting close to 8 o'clock. And every Saturday at 8 o'clock, you know what happens? You know what happens every day at 8 o'clock on Saturday? At least Mountain Time? Oh, I'm going to tell you in just a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here's what happens every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Wrexham Football Club plays. And my wife and I are hooked on watching Wrexham play soccer, or football, as they call it. If you've never watched Welcome to Wrexham, season 1 or 2, and are unfamiliar with the Wrexham Red Dragons, Wrexham is a town in North Wales that has a football club that was on the outs in the National League, and they were purchased by Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds, and they've put a bunch of money and time and love into this team. Oh my gosh. And they are so much fun. I love them. I'm going to tell you more about Wrexham in a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So my wife and I watched Welcome to Wrexham, and we just fell in love with the team and the players on the team and the community even. And man, we want to go to Wrexham so bad and go to the race course, which is where they play. One of the oldest football fields in the world. It's so much fun. So we purchased a pass to be able to watch Wrexham live when they play. It's only Wrexham that we can watch, but we stream it and we watch every single game. And on Saturdays, that means, a 90-minute football game plus the intermission in the middle. Intermission? Do they call it intermission? Halftime? That means we're getting close to 10 o'clock by the time we're done watching. And for the life of me, I cannot work out. I cannot exercise unless it's the morning. I just can't do it. So by that point in time, I kind of give up on working out for the day on Saturdays. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But one of the reasons why I'm streaming all of this stuff live is to give me motivation, right? Oh, one more round. And so this week will be the first week that on a Saturday I'll have been streaming all week long. And so I'm thinking that maybe this Saturday I'll have the motivation. Maybe this Saturday I'll have the gumption and be like, yeah, I'm gonna actually go work out. And I'll get up when I actually wake up at like 6:30. Because if I start working out at 6:30, then I should be done close to 8. And I can watch Wrexham. So let's do it. You're gonna be my motivation. This Saturday, we're working out for reals. Last exercise. Here we go. And then I can go in and help the kids. Like I said, leg day is not my favorite, but it's some of your biggest muscles in your body, right? Your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings. Hold on. 8. So if you're looking to burn fat, you're doing yourself a major disservice if you aren't working out your lower body and working it out good to activate those muscles and get those calorie burning machines that are those bigger muscles activated. You gotta do leg day. Besides, you don't want to look weird having a, strong upper body and chicken legs for a lower body. That being said, I don't really, well, that'd be a lie. I was going to say I don't do this for how I look. And let's be honest, I do it for how I look a little bit. The primary reason why I do it is because of how it makes me feel. I feel terrible during the course of a day at work or at home if I haven't exercised in the morning. I feel lethargic. I feel sluggish. I don't have energy. I'm a little depressed. I feel a little bit like this song by Green Day. I know something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. All right, that's it for me. It's been a good workout. I hope you've also, all 0 people who are watching.